Fuck these police.
We stand in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter movement, and we all on this podcast, agree that we should abolish and defund the goddamn police. It is getting out of hand.
Yes, sir.
It is getting so out of hand, and I'm frightful for my life that I am decided to get a gun. Something I never thought I would do.
Hell yeah, buddy. There's nothing better than waving a gun in your room whenever you're just bored.
I can't wait to put a bullet.
That's true.
I love doing that. I went to the range yesterday. Man.
I'm about to put that bitch through my own head.
Don't do that.
Welcome to the Spit Bucket Hotel Party. Thanks for joining us.
But anyways.
Oh, man.
When you came over, Alan, and you're like, hey, Jam, can you grab my piece? And then I approached you, and I'm like, what is he going to make me grab? I thought you had, like, a banana in your pocket or something. And then you pulled up your shirt, and you had a gun. I'm like,
Yeah, as soon as I pulled it out, everyone got really
everybody
nervous.
just stopped what they were doing.
Honestly, I got wet.
And then we all proceeded to just wave it around.
And then take photos with it, yeah.
Welcome to the Spit Bucket, everyone. My name's Omar, and it has been a gosh dang minute.
You better not take my guns away, government.
Now that Alan has a gun, the new gun owner. How about let's do that for the intros? And upholder of the Second Amendment. It is
Yes, sir.
Alan,
The sole defender.
Of the group?
Yeah.
Don't do that to me.
Also, Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank
Happy
you.
Father's.
Thank you, everybody.
Happy Father's Day.
Thanks.
The Spit Bucket Dad.
Don't leave your son like my dad and Jam's dad left us.
I will admit I was a deadbeat dad for about 2 years, but that was also because I was going through a really nasty divorce. But now I've not fully, I want to say like 90% because I still have like other shit I have to deal with.
You gotta
But
save some of that percent to yourself.
Yeah.
No, it's all good though. It was less than like 3, so he doesn't even remember that.
Yeah.
As long as you don't abandon your child for meth, then you're doing good.
No.
All right.
I would've been
Abandon your child.
It
I'm
sounds like
beating
someone's
you up.
it sounds like someone's got a story. Everyone's favorite. Junkyard Jam Ginto's
My
back.
dad does meth.
We just found out.
Yep.
And I will soon start meth so I can get skinny.
Just do coke. It'll slim you down.
And then my dad's lover left him because she said that he was too low class. I'm like, hold on.
Who's the one dating?
A meth junkie. But the fact that she said that hurt me. I'm like, this fucking bitch doesn't know who I am.
So what's worse, doing meth or dating someone who's doing meth? And to answer that question, we got Mario.
Probably someone who's dating someone who does meth, enables them, and then calls them lower class.
I will say that
fuck cops.
Hell yeah.
That didn't happen in this country.
Yeah.
The meth stuff.
He's in Mexico now, so.
Yeah. In Mexico, setting their cops on fire, so things are different over there.
And the French are fist fighting their police because they know that they're not going to pull a gun out and shoot them.
See, that's the thing. You should be allowed to fight cops.
Not that I can't show it on a podcast, obviously, but there was a video of a guy who squared up with a cop, and the cop also put up his dukes. And the protester knew damn well he was going to get arrested. But the cop was like, "Hey," he's holding all his like piggies back and shit. And they both went at it. The protester slammed them on the floor, and then just the cops are like, "All right, that's enough." And then they arrested him.
It always happens in Europe, and it's because they don't have guns, which I think is a lot more fair. If you outrun a cop, you deserve to get away.
Truly.
I don't know how I actually feel about it, but it's always funny because they will. I also saw a child push a cop, again in England, into a pond, and the cop just got mad and walked away.
That shit kind of makes me sad.
Why?
I don't know. To see a grown man get pushed into a body of water will always make me sad. I don't know.
I will say, please.
Way.
I will say, please never push me into water. I can't swim. I can't swim.
I'll save you, dude. I can swim.
Can
Just
you?
Don't flail around. Yeah, I can swim.
I can't promise that I won't flail.
But how can you swim if your feet are cramping up?
I've been taking multivitamins that make my pee neon, and I haven't gotten any cramps.
Hey, that's good though.
That's a good trade-off.
Yeah.
I would love
Yeah,
my
it is,
pee to be neon.
I'm going to trick somebody to drink my pee and put it in like a Gatorade bottle.
One time, my cousin picked up a bottle of Powerade and just slammed that bitch back, you know? Halfway through the drink, found out it was Fabuloso.
Oh, no.
Because for some reason,
no.
her mom puts
Not
cleaning
my-
product. Her mom
Yeah.
puts cleaning product in Powerade bottles.
Yeah, if she has like just a little bit of Fabuloso left or a little bit of bleach, she'll put it in like a random ass bottle.
But like a drinking bottle.
Yeah, and won't even take like the label off or anything.
Jesus.
Mm-hmm. It makes people stronger that way.
And now they have a moth problem in their house. They're the only people I know that have an infestation of moths.
No, but it has been a minute, so hopefully everyone's been doing good.
Tell me if this sentence makes any sense. Yesterday, Omar said some dumb shit. So he said, I know I can get a good haircut at a barbershop, but I don't go to a barbershop for the same reason I don't go to the Sprint store. And that was it.
Does that make sense to you guys? Because it made sense to me.
Do you have Sprint? I guess, should I ask that?
Yes,
do
he
have
has
Sprint,
yes.
So you're just talking about just in general, like your phone provider's the store. I don't like going to T-Mobile. I don't like interacting with people in general.
That's, I think, what I was trying to say by that.
Wait, but you don't go where? To a barber? Well, yeah, because like I used to go to the barber shop that was right there on Grand, across the street from like Domino's.
Yeah.
And I'd be like the only Mexican there, and it did make me a little uncomfortable just because everyone was looking at me. Like, and I'm like, hey man, I'm just here for a haircut. So, they were all really cool. Obviously, I went there for like the entire summer last year.
Yeah.
But then, I just started getting free haircuts from someone who used to cut hair now.
Nice. That's what I gotta get on. I gotta find. Eric's been cutting my hair since this pandemic started.
It was pretty cute to see that.
And then we were cutting my hair in the garage, and we were wondering how funny it'd be if we both took our shirts off for him to cut my hair, and for someone to then come home and see us without our shirts.
Well, your dad did come home, and he was just looking at you guys through the window of the living room, and he just had like his hands behind his back, and he was just like laughing and nodding his head.
Mario, have you ever been to a barbershop?
You're talking about like, this the boys' barbershop, or just like a Supercuts?
No, not a Supercuts. I'm talking like a barbershop.
Where they have murals of LeBron James on the wall.
I've been to maybe like 2 or 3 times. Not to get my own haircut, but because like my friends go. They have like specific barbers.
Yeah, and that's what I'm afraid of. Like, feel like I'm walking into something exclusive. You know?
It becomes exclusive when you start going there more often. My only problem with that is like, I'm not gonna call these friends out, but
you can and you should.
And I will. I'm going to right now. They're like straight dudes, right? So sometimes they'll make like these little off-putting homophobic jokes. Nothing like too intense or anything. Just like a little comment here and there. But the funny thing is, when they talk about their barbers, it is the most homoerotic thing they talk about.
Do they stare into the eyes of their barber?
Are you supposed to?
Dude, probably.
I think that's another thing that I'm afraid of, because I saw that video of like...
Just close your eyes, dude. Just close your eyes. That's all you have to do.
I don't know the etiquette, and that's why I feel like I'm going to be completely out of place.
If you got a lady, just don't stare at her boobies. Just look straight forward. If you got a dude, just close your eyes and try not to
fucking staring,
try not
bro.
to moan.
I'm staring.
I'm just staring at the crotch the whole time. If I'm paying for a service, I'm going to look at your crotch. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I think you should.
Do you want to talk about how you gave me a heart attack this morning?
I don't know if you guys want to hear about it. All right.
I always want to hear about heart attacks.
This shit, I literally gasped.
So Jam does all my laundry, as she should, because various reasons. No, I'm just kidding. She actually just doesn't like how I do laundry.
That's not true. I just need to have some control over something.
So we were going to move the stuff from the washer to the dryer. So I walk into the laundry room before she does.
I was kind of stalling to go into the laundry room.
And as she walked in, I'm like, hey, are you going to help me with the laundry? But very casually, I just had my whole pecker out.
And it wasn't dead. That boy was alive and thriving. And I literally, because I just looked at his face and then my eyes just moved down. And I don't know. Sometimes you just make me laugh.
Have you guys ever done something like that? Well, like you'll put your nuts in your girlfriend's pockets or stuff like that?
I mean, like there's times after I'm with someone and we go to the bathroom and they're doing their after sex pee, as they should. But anyways, I was there, right? Like my ass cheeks out and everything, brushing my teeth, and then I just casually like whip my dick on her face.
Wait. Okay, I'm not even offended by that part. I'm just more curious. Who are these women that are just allowing themselves to pee in front of you?
Wait, hold
Actually,
on.
I've never. Yeah,
It's one person.
That's the one boundary that I don't think me and Omar will ever cross. If it came
The
down
thing
to
is,
it, I'll probably piss in front of him, but
I've
I'll
heard-
pop a squat in the woods before we share a bathroom together.
I've heard that before. Everyone's like, you got to keep it sexy, you know. But I don't.
It's not even that. It's just too vulnerable.
Well, I mean, to be fair, they don't rip ass in front of me. I mean, they'll just go.
That's the thing. I will rip every ass I have in front
jam
of you.
fart's so fucking nasty. And
That's not true.
if you guys have listened to the podcast, those true Spit Bucket fans, you guys can find the jam fart on these podcasts.
Nope.
They're on there.
They are.
It's just that one. And I told you to cut that out.
I wasn't gonna cut that out. I needed people to know the trauma that I go through.
There have been times where I'm like, wow, that was different.
But you were saying, Alan?
No, I've done something similar to that, but just not. I mean, not like. Not in my laundry room.
I don't do that, but I dry hump my girlfriend a lot.
Oh yeah,
That's just sweet.
I love dry humping her, and she also pees in front of me.
Does she?
Yeah,
and she'll eat steak in your bed.
She will. She wants to be around me 24/7.
Oh, that's sweet.
And I'm the one who tells her, "Please get out. I need to pee."
See, that's the thing. I like hanging out with Omar a lot too, and if he's taking too long at the bathroom, I will start scratching at the door.
Yeah.
Like a hungry little dog.
And the thing is, I'm really shy in the bathroom, as if you guys have heard the podcast long enough, you know. But anyway, I will be trying to take a good dump, and I can't if I can hear your voice, I can't poo. And then Jam will be just like clawing at the door, and I'm like, I'm just going to hold it, and then I eventually can't go anymore.
Well, I just miss you a lot.
I always just have to yell, "Go away!"
Yeah, that's Stephanie too.
But to be fair, that bathroom you guys have in the kitchen is not. It's not suitable for shy poopers. It is not. It is extremely difficult for me to go there when there's people in the living room or in the kitchen. So.
I know. If Jam, I know, has to use the bathroom, and she'll go to the one that's like in the kitchen, I will go downstairs because I need that for me. Well, I would like to hear what some of our listeners have to say. Do you guys piss and poop around in the same room as your
No one said poop.
Mario, listen, I don't know what you guys do anymore.
I mean, you can ask.
Is that the boundary?
Yeah, pooping, I don't like. Well, like, the bathroom time for me personally is like the one time I can be alone.
Where you can be your true self.
Yeah.
At Stephanie and at her house, it's just filled with women. So they like walk in on each other.
Oh no.
Yeah, you know what though? My sisters do that shit too. They'll be like on the toilet. They're like, "Oh, can I come in?" They won't even lock the doors
because like
look at this funny meme, and it's just like, why do you guys do that?
Yeah.
So Stephanie's trying to do that with me, and I'm like, please stop.
But I have noticed that too with like these last two chicks that I was with. One is super comfortable with their sister, so they'll be like using the bathroom, and they'll come in and do their makeup and talk and gab whatever. And then this last girl, when she was in school, one of them would be like openly taking a shower in this big dorm bathroom, and they're in there like getting ready to go out, and I'm like, this blew my mind because
You've never showered with Eric? You've never brushed your teeth while Eric was
actually
slathering?
Don't mind the shower. I don't mind the shower one too much because there's the curtain to separate you.
True that.
Wait, are we talking couples or are we just talking siblings?
In general.
Well, mine's glass.
Yeah, our shower door's glass.
I almost watched Ivan take a shower once. I should have.
Oh, I had a dream about Ivan actually.
Yeah, was he showering? Did he ask you to help him put clothes in the dryer?
No, it was bad. We'll talk about it after.
Oh.
I don't want to put it on the podcast.
I miss you, Ivan.
Shout out to Ivan.
Shout out Ivan.
I like unlocking the door while Omar's in the shower, and then I just like sneak in and I see that cheek.
Yeah, I press all of my schlong on the glass, so then it just looks like Squidward's nose. That's not true. Well, anyway, what we normally do on this Spit Bucket is we talk about the motherfucking news. We haven't been at it for a while, so there is a lot of news.
A lot of it's not good news, though, which is...
Well, no, it's not.
That's why we're here.
Well, there is a little bit of good news. Trump said that if we just ignore the coronavirus, it's not really there.
It's like a kalpa.
True.
Is that
tulpa?
Yeah,
tulpas manifest from you thinking about them, essentially.
Mm-hmm. The fuck are you guys talking about?
A tulpa is a creature that it's something that isn't real, but if you think about it, or enough people think about it, they can manifest. So they say that Men in Black, for example, are a tulpa because somebody kind of technically made it up, but so many people
believe in it.
Believe it that
so
they started manifesting.
It's speaking something into
exactly.
Yes.
Chaos magic.
Oh, I like that.
I don't like that at all.
I feel like a lot of ghosts have to come from that kind of shit. If everyone thinks some place is haunted, eventually it will just become haunted.
Oh, that's pretty cool when you put it like that.
Yeah. So Mario, are you now?
No.
Mario refused. Okay, We need the Spit Bucket listeners to harass Mario online as much as they can to get him to come to a true haunted hotel with us for this year's Halloween.
Omar, if people start messaging me and start calling me a pussy, I'm gonna beat you up.
Pussy.
Would you feel better if we just went to what is it, Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and just go look for the Mothman?
That would be kind of cool.
Because I'm down to
that one.
I'm down to cryptid hunt. But as soon as it involves like demons and ghosts, like I think I'll wait in the car on that one.
Yeah.
Ghosts can go into cars.
That's why. That's why we don't do it.
So you guys would be more down to cryptid hunt?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'll keep that in mind.
I think
we can make money if we find them.
Can we?
I think the closest one is the Ohio Love Lake Frogman, I think, or Loveland Frogman.
Uh-huh.
I might marry him if we find him.
That's just a bum, dude. That's fucked up.
Let's start speaking the frogman into existence. While we're still talking about frogs, my dad was gardening. He moved a giant rock out of the way, only to realize that rock was actually just a big frog. All right.
God bless that man.
Let's talk about our friends, the Orthodox Jews. Kosher lube puts oral sex on the menu for Orthodox Jews.
Now, I'm just going to say this straight up. What does kosher mean?
Blessed by a rabbi. Meat that's been blessed before slaughter.
So it has to go through like a priest first before it gets to the consumer?
Some sort of purification.
Something like that, yeah.
I remember in college, we were supposed to have some sort of like exclusive field trip to some music event. You had to fill out what kind of food you would like. It said chicken, beef, and fish, all kosher. And then some kid asked, what does kosher mean? Someone else said blessed by a rabbi. He's like, I don't know if I'm comfortable eating food blessed by a rabbi, but I don't know why.
I just always assumed it meant pickled. Like, because, I always see the pickles. This is kosher.
Oh, silly boy.
I thought it meant, like, no preservatives or something, like no chemicals.
All preservatives, just blessings.
The blessing.
Interesting.
If I start dating a... Never mind. I'm not going to make that stupid-ass joke.
No, you have to now.
Okay, if I'm dating a Jewish girl and I bless my dick, is it a kosher dick?
Well, the thing is, it is now because you got some kosher lube, my boy.
Hell yeah.
So your dick would be kosher just by contact?
Yes. I think you can now self-bless your own pecker.
Wow.
So this is for friends who have been waiting to start dating Orthodox Orthodox Jewish girls, specifically for the oral. Anyway. So rabbis have rarely generated so much excitement, at least not in the bedroom. For the first time, Orthodox Jews can buy sexual lubricants that have been declared kosher. The U.S.-made wet range of lube has 8 lines that have been given the different religious stamps of approval. This means that rabbis from the California Council of Rabbi... Oh, I don't know how to say that. Rabbinical? Something about rabbis. Let's just say the Council of Rabbis in California have inspected wet facilities. They've researched the origins of all the ingredients that go into the lubes, and they said that it's all kosher. With great innovations, the lubricant resulted from personal motivation. Sean Smith, the president of Trigg Laboratories, which is in charge of the wet product, converted to Judaism after he married an Israeli Jewish woman.
Wow.
Yeah. I think that she wasn't doing the act, so then it led him to bring these guys in to say it's okay.
Any woman that respects herself does not do the act.
Can you expand on that a little bit?
I don't respect myself. Okay? So don't worry about me.
The fact of the matter is, people who have daddy issues are okay with doing that. People who love their father have never done it.
That's true. I can almost 100% guarantee that.
I don't know if that's true at all.
Okay, the girls who love the girls who love their dad and have a healthy relationship with him aren't good at it.
No, I don't think so.
What about you, Alan? What in your experience?
I've only been with girls with daddy issues, so I mean,
and has it all been?
I feel like all the ones with healthy relationships with their dad,
they expect too much.
Not so much. They just know to like stay away from somebody like me. Like they know better. If they see someone my age who's like out of college, has a career going,
waving guns around in basements, taking pictures.
I'm just here smoking weed, waving my gun in my room, watching anime and jerking off.
Yes, sir.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, Mario, we can't really speak on the situation.
Yeah, we're all the same way.
Not you. You have beautiful.
Well, my dad's fine, but I'm not sucking dick. Actually, you know what? Then I guess it's true.
Yeah, he's not getting tag teamed after school. So.
See how you are, dude? You're always flaunting your dad. That's fucked up.
And you know he's my dad too.
My dad offered to make jam a hot dog today.
Yeah, I honestly almost cried. I didn't even think he was talking to me because never mind.
See, all I'm saying is find yourself a girl with daddy issues. But
Yes, sir.
what's needed for kosher lubricant? Orthodox Jews spread all sorts of cosmetics all over their body without checking if it's kosher. From soaps to exfoliators, moisturizers, and medical ointments, observant Jews can use whatever is sold in mainstream markets without checking for the origins. Kosher law doesn't apply to products for external use. I guess that makes sense. Kosher is for...
I never would have thought that anything other than food would have had to have been kosher.
Well, yeah, because the bottom line is that kosher certification is only relevant to Jews who swallow a product. Really, it's only necessary for the God-fearing who intentionally swallow it, but some strict observers go further and buy kosher products at just the risk of accidentally swallowing whatever
I
it is.
am not giving head if it's covered in lube. I'll tell you what.
I've used it on previous women,
But not to
it
give
was
head.
it was like flavored lube, so they did not mind the head.
What about you, Alan?
No, I don't really need to use lube unless I'm going down the dirt road, and they're not putting that anywhere near their mouth after that. So
To me, I don't understand needing lube to give head because in my eyes, that'd be the same messiness as eating a mango where you just end up with like ear to ear and just,
Yeah.
sticky.
Was it an everyday thing, Mario, or was it more of just like, it's the 4th of July, we're going to pop some firecrackers?
It was more like if we had it, we had it. If not, that's all right.
I remember one time I found lube in my parents' room.
Ew.
It was that KY cherry jelly.
Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
All right, so for hundreds of years, the Jewish religion establishment has been divided on whether oral sex is allowed as part of bedroom repertoire or if it's still pretty taboo for public discourse. And rabbis who have approved the lubes haven't spelled out whom their certifications will benefit. But among Orthodox Jews, the significance is clear. 14 years after Rabbi Shmuley struck a blow for openness in the public, I guess he released a kosher sex book. So I think this is part of the same...
Is cummies kosher?
I don't know, actually. But it just goes into how it is now kind of trying to make it less of a taboo for Orthodox Jews to go down.
I think that's great.
It is good. It is good.
Sometimes you don't want sex, but you want to do something freaky, and that's far enough.
I think, I don't know. I don't know why it would have been taboo, but I'm glad someone's getting head from this news. So it is good news.
But like, I know we were joking about it earlier, but I really do not like how, I guess, looked down upon giving head seems. Like,
No, I don't. I think the consensus among, like, at least women is that it's fine. We'll do it. I don't understand men that do not go down. You are inferior.
Oh yeah, fuck
that
anybody who
pisses
does
me
that.
off.
yeah, actually, I thought that's what you were talking about, Mario.
No, but I've seen not seen, but I've heard when girls are like, because I obviously have girlfriends, and they're like talking about it.
He's like, obviously.
In case you didn't know.
I don't mean it like that.
No, I'm just kidding.
So they'll talk about giving head, and then some of them will be like, "Ew, you did that? Like, why is that a gross thing?"
Wait,
yeah,
when
it's like so ass back.
You're talking about, like, girl friends or friends that are girls?
Yeah, friends that are girls.
Okay.
Who will say that it's nasty?
Yeah,
To give
not
or to
necessarily
receive?
to me.
Mm-hmm.
To do it. Yeah, to do it.
I think
They've probably been with stank dick then.
it depends. I was going to say it's nasty
That's
if
true.
you know the person. How about that? If you know the person's nasty, then it's nasty.
Yes, sir.
Man, even when it's nasty, I'm ready, dude.
I don't know about
I'm
nasty,
just
but
like, let me wipe it a little bit. Give me one of them baby wipes you're hiding.
I don't know what he meant by nasty.
Oh no!
I guess like if they were
I mean-
if they were like running a couple miles,
Yeah.
and then they got home and
They had swamp
Oh, that's
cooch.
tight.
But I've had
I'm saying
that's
like me right now.
yeah, because I've had girls that are like, no, like I didn't shave, and it's just like I do not care. My mouth is salivating right now as I'm thinking about it. Like I love giving head.
That's my man right there.
That's my boy.
Let's talk about something else, because
Alan's
Boy
getting
getting horned.
flustered.
yeah,
Alan's about to start waving a different gun around. All right. Well, I'm happy for the Orthodox Jewish community. This one was for you. If you guys just now heard the news, you're welcome. Think of me the first time.
Well, speaking of things getting put inside people's mouths, this is from Mirror. Woman killed by alligator says, quote, "I guess I won't be doing this again," as it attacked her. Cynthia
Whoa.
Covert
What the fuck?
All right. Well, I mean, have you guys ever done anything similar to this?
Like wild animal type shit?
Just type of slowly, calmly handle a situation that is clearly out of control. Yeah.
I don't think so. Not that I can think of. I usually stay safe.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like the only time that's ever happened to me that I can remember like right now on the spot is I want to say like 5 years back, I got into this really bad car accident. I hit a guardrail on the freeway going like 40. Yikes. But my car span around, so it hit the front bumper, the side, the back bumper, the other side, and then
the whole thing just said, fuck this car.
The whole car got fucked up. But as I was sliding into the guardrail, I remember saying, God damn it, like, I'm going to be late to work.
Yes, all of my situations too have been car-wise. It's like in the winter, just sliding. Yeah. And I actually did hit like the divider on 41.
Mm-hmm. You hit the divider or the barrels?
No, just the cement divider.
Okay, oh.
And that shit just fucking slid, and I'm like, well, I can't do anything. I'm just gonna enjoy this spin that I'm taking. Yeah. And it was like piling down with snow. And then I just get off and I'm like, fuck, I heard a crunch. I don't know what it could be. Let me just go look, and then I'm gonna come back and cry. But it was fine, and then I just gave myself a second to like calm down and just drove away.
My favorite.
And just drove away.
My favorite spin out was when I was driving to school. I think I've told this story before, but I was driving to school. Ivan was asleep in my passenger seat with the seat all the way down. My boy was like snoring. Yeah. It was early as hell in the morning. And then a car spun out in front of me, trying to stop, ended up catching that same exact spin. They fell into a ditch, and my car was following their same trajectory. Oh, no. So I was going to fall on top of them. But as the car was doing full spins, Ivan just starts leaning over. He's like, "What's happening?"
What a sweetie.
And the whole time I'm like, "Damn, we're gonna miss school today because I'm gonna fall on top of this car."
Ivan would have died in his sleep.
Well, anyways, the video is currently unavailable, but just go on Best Gore and you can find hundreds of these videos of alligators attacking people. Cynthia Covert calmly told onlookers on Kiowa Island, South Carolina, U.S., "I guess I won't be doing this again," as she was gripped by the legs of an alligator, which then pulled her underwater.
Oh my God. That is some South Carolina shit.
Cynthia Covert said to be calm as the animal pulled her underwater, which was about waist deep. About 10 to 15 minutes later, her dead body floated up to the surface, but as emergency crews who had since arrived went to her aid, then realized the alligator still had a hold of her leg.
God damn.
A few moments later, the animal resurfaced again and was quickly shot in the head, killing it, and then releasing Mrs. Covert's body, which was later recovered.
Did they say how big the gator was?
Let's see.
Alligator or crocodile? Alligator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no crocodiles here.
No, because Steve Irwin hunted crocodiles, and those were in Australia.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it just repeats that same sentence over and over and over again. I don't know why it's... But anyways.
I think the person might have just been traumatized and just wrote it over and over again.
They just can't get it out of their
head. Like Jim Carrey in 23.
Yeah. Mirror.com, we will not be getting our news from you anymore.
I remember there was this story before this whole pandemic started that I wanted to read to the group. It wasn't that good of a story, but the headline was something along the lines of... this town's mayor is going to pay a large sum of money. There was an alligator in a lake or like a pond. It had a tire stuck in its head or something like that. Mm-hmm. And whoever was able to get it off like King Arthur would end up getting that giant check.
Wow.
So if you guys want to make some money real quick, look up that story and find that alligator.
Do you want me to do another one? Since that one is so short.
Yeah, let's do another one.
All right, how about this one? Just because we recently had a trailer released for the new Spider-Man game, which I'm still a little confused about, but I guess it won't be its own standalone game. It'll be its own DLC. But anyways, it has the best Spider-Man, Miles Morales. And this story from IFL Science, a Black Widow delivered some harsh truths to a trio of aspiring Spider-Men. Basically, they tried to get superpowers by letting a Black Widow bite them.
A Black Widow?
Yeah.
Good fucking luck.
3 boys in Bolivia learned the hard way.
Bolivia.
Where's that at?
They don't got no science there.
It's like in between Brazil and Mexico.
I was gonna
somewhere
say that,
in the middle there.
It's brown people there.
I don't think Bolivia is.
No?
It's Spanish people, is it?
Mario, do you know?
Let me look this up.
I swear, I thought it was in Europe.
I'm not going to make a comment on where that's located.
You're right, I'm just going to stop talking. Anyways, they learned the hard way that with great power comes fevers, tremors, and muscle pains as they try to inherit the powers of Spider-Man by letting a Black Widow spider bite.
It's next to Brazil and Peru.
So they're brown.
I'm sorry, you were right. The boys ages 8, 10, and 12 didn't succumb to the unfortunate incident. They were released from the hospital a week later.
That's good.
They're alive, yeah.
Did they use the same spider and just pass the same spider around, or did they find a nest of these things?
I don't know. I guess let me keep reading. According to a report from the Ministry of Health officials, the 3 boys from Chañada, Bolivia, were herding goats when 8-legged inspiration struck as they discovered a spider whose red and black markings reminded them of the superhero. Spurred by the allure of the spidey senses, the ability to climb walls and shoot webs, they decided to try and make the spider bite them so they could become like the famed hero. Unaware of the creature's potential venom, they decided to poke the spider with a stick in an attempt to goad it into biting them. The angry widow spider took the bait and bit all 3 boys, who were later found crying by their mother.
So it was the same spider.
Can you die from a black widow bite?
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually? Like, how long does it take to kill, like, a average man?
An average Bolivian?
I can find that right now.
Yeah, let me Google it.
Because I know they're poisonous, but I didn't know that they could be deadly.
They're extremely poisonous, yeah.
Well, while you look that up, I have 2 kind of spider stories. So the first one happened very recently. I just went back to work for the first time since I got furloughed, so your boy's got his job back.
Nice. So 3 to 7 days.
Nice.
3 to 7 days?
3 to 7 days. So it's a nice, slow, painful death.
Yikes.
A few hours, and then sometimes as little as 15 minutes.
Wow. I was in my car getting ready to go back home. I take my mask off, and then I just feel like it felt like lint or something behind my ear. I drag my finger from the top to the bottom of my ear, and it just felt like little hard and crunchy fell out. And then when I look down, a fucking spider starts crawling away. So I had a spider behind my ear for I have no idea how long.
I don't like that.
I was helping this gross kid at work put on his mask. I put the loops behind his ears, and then I touched something big and crusty too.
Behind his ears?
Yeah, but
Yikes.
I mean, this kid just...
He doesn't have gills like I do?
It could have just been crusty.
Man, bathe your fucking kids, dude.
The other story was that I got bit by a daddy long legs when I was a child, and after that I tried to become Spider-Man, and then later found out that daddy long legs aren't even spiders.
Are they not?
Do you remember that one time Mabel was crying and she couldn't get on her bed? And she was like freaking out, and we're like, what the hell's wrong? And we move her blanket and there's this big fucking spider on it.
Man, I can't deal with bugs.
No, sir.
You hate spiders specifically, right, Mario?
Yeah. I stopped playing Dark Souls because there's like a town that's filled with spiders, and I couldn't do it.
I can deal with really any type of spider. I cannot deal with flies.
Flies are pretty gross, yeah.
It's nasty. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Mario, do you have a bad experience with a spider that made you hate spiders, or
no? They're just freaky looking.
Yeah. So the boys were found crying by their mother. She rushed the boys to a nearby health center where, as no medications seemed to be improving their condition, it was decided they should be transferred to the hospital. By the way, they reached the Children's Hospital in La Paz. They were experiencing fevers, tremors, and muscle pains. After a week of treatment, the boys were eventually discharged from the hospital and sent home to recover from their less than marvelous adventure. Funny. I like that.
Yeah, always end with a joke.
According to a post on Telemundo, the officials reported the incident as a lesson for the parents to be careful because, for children, everything is real, movies are real, dreams are real, and they are the illusion of our lifetime. So, you gotta crush these kids' dreams while you still can.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
While the highly
Fuck them kids.
a majority of them, yeah. While highly dangerous, the venom is 15 times more powerful than that of a rattlesnake. Black widow spiders will only bite when they feel threatened. They are perfectly safe if left alone, but goading them with a stick was probably not the best thing to do. If bitten, most healthy adults will feel unwell and experience some pain, but eventually will recover. However, for young children or the elderly with health problems, the bite can sometimes prove yeah, pretty much. As much as we'd like to swing, climb, and predict future events like our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, there's unfortunately no scientific evidence that getting bitten by spiders, or any other animals for that matter, does much beyond risking pain, sickness, and infection. However, in the first result of Google is to believe we might be closer to sharing a spidey sense than we realized. So it has a quick screenshot of here. If you Google, do spiders have spider senses? Spiders can detect danger incoming their way with an early warning system called eyes. The hairs...
Got her, stupid ass.
These hairs perceive even low-level vibrations coming through whatever surface a spider is standing on. Many species can also bear that sense with vibrations in the air, including sound.
Well, before I ask you that question, if you want superpowers, get struck by lightning.
Yes, sir.
That's true.
But Mario, how'd you deal with that Demon Slayer story arc with the spider people?
That wasn't too bad.
No?
Because they were like cartoony
Nerds, am I right,
spiders.
Alan?
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
I've only seen the first 3 episodes. And,
they're spider people.
I don't... never mind. You're going to ask. Well, I guess I'll ask.
They're really cartoony.
Is Tanjiro, the main dude, is he like a pushover, or is that just in like the first couple episodes? Because I did see him grip the shit out of that dude's arm after the forest exam.
He is. No, he's not a pushover.
All right,
So he's just a sweet boy.
He's a sweet boy. But you cross him, ooh, your ankle's gonna get broken, boy.
If we talking simps, we talking, what's his name? Zensetsu?
Is that the orange dude?
Zenitsu.
Yeah, Zenitsu. King Simp.
I've only seen him scream like on quick
He
Facebook
screams
videos
all the fucking time, and I almost stopped watching that
All the
show
time.
because of how much he fucking screams.
I've only seen like maybe 2-3 episodes in total.
You guys need to stop being my friends.
But that
Because
theme song, though, that
love
fucking
it.
theme song.
That shit goes hard.
No, I love
Yeah, it's
I
pretty
love
good.
this show, but I just wish he wouldn't scream so much.
Oh, I agree with that. I'm talking about Jam not watching it.
Oh, I know.
I got bigger issues, okay? My dad does meth.
Yeah, so get rid of that thought by watching Demon Slayer. Easy. Easy.
Mario, you got a story for us?
I got a short one. Alcoholic monkey named Kalua will serve life sentence in India for aggressive behavior.
They have monkey jails?
Apparently. An alcoholic 6-year-old monkey in India will remain in captivity for the rest of his life for aggressive behavior that began when he stopped getting liquor, according to a Business Insider report.
Where's he
The
getting this liquor?
There's you never heard of monkey wine? That's probably what it is.
No.
Aren't you just eating like rotten fruit?
Yeah, monkeys stuff fruits in trees and then they forget about it and it like ferments and stuff and then
Yeah.
they'll come back and eat it and then just get fucked up.
Don't they do that in like jails too? They'll like let apples and shit
Yeah.
sit in water for a really
Yep.
long time or something?
The monkey's name is Kalua and he is serving a quote-unquote life sentence at the Kanpur Zoo after officials say he bit over 250 people,
Jeez.
including one who died.
What the fuck?
I
Did you
feel
get
like
monkey
yeah.
powers?
Depending on the monkey, they can live just as long as us.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like after the third person got bit, you probably should have addressed that.
Can you tell monkeys apart? Like, how do they know it's the same monkey?
I'm sure
'Cause
you
they
can
look
tell what a
different.
drunk monkey looks like. Something tells me that drunk monkey isn't taking care of itself as much as
The
a
other
regular
ones.
monkey.
These monkeys are getting wild, dude.
I
I
wanna
mean, like
hear-
they're getting drunk. I've seen them smoke cigarettes. I saw 2 monkeys piloting a drone yesterday.
Did you see the monkey who was attacking children on a bike? Like, he had a fucking
Yeah.
motorized bike and he
Yes.
would run it
Hell yeah.
Tokyo Drift style into children.
Hell yeah.
That's the kind of chaos I miss in my
Wait,
life.
is that the same video where after he hit her with the little motorized bike, he like dragged her?
Yes!
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Remember in India, one of our first stories was a bus driver got fired for letting a monkey drive his bus? I want to be a monkey in India.
Go live your dream.
That's going to be my next life. That's where you guys can find me
Monkey
after
boy.
this.
My next
Business
life will
Insider
be a
said-
golden retriever in a white middle class home.
Why?
Aw, that'll be nice.
just
Because
have
she's
a
going to
good-
get treated well.
Well, you could either get treated well or you can get the Lassie treatment. So don't be a golden retriever.
That's true.
Yeah.
Not in a middle class home.
Yeah, be a goat on a Mexican roof.
Hell yeah. Never mind, I want that one instead.
What's your next life, Mario and Alan?
I hope I'm some hot chick still, though.
Does that count as a life, though?
I'm just trying to get stuffed in somebody's pussy.
Alan?
I don't know. I haven't thought about it.
Does that throw you off?
A little bit. I feel like I'd want to be a bird, just because I've always had this weird childhood dream of being able to fly anywhere I wanted to go.
Oh,
What if you end up
hell
being
yeah.
a chicken?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or a penguin.
Or a penguin.
Yeah, I'm too scared of like big oceans to be a penguin.
Okay, so you'll be an ostrich.
I guess. I
Because
don't
you
know.
got a long neck.
Truthfully, I don't really believe in an afterlife, but I've been questioning that a lot lately because I've been doing a lot of research into like cryptids and alternate dimensions and shit like that. So it'd be cool to be able to transcend to the next plane of existence. Not so much reincarnation, more of just like a higher place, like a collective universal conscious or something like that. But
That'd be cool. Or just the goat on the roof higher.
Yeah.
Because you're on a roof.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck were we talking about?
Mario's,
there's something else there.
Oh, the monkey. The
Yeah.
monkey.
Business Insider cites reports that they say the monkey was the pet of an occultist who would regularly give him liquor to the point where the monkey became an alcoholic. When the
Hell yeah.
occultist died, the liquor stopped and the monkey's aggressive behavior became problematic. Kalua was eventually caught and put in captivity, which is where he will remain for the rest of his life.
That occultist didn't die. He just transferred his self into that monkey.
Into the
Yes, sir.
monkey.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
damn.
That's what happened.
Oh, wait, hold on. We kept him in isolation for months and then shifted him to a separate cage. One of the zoo doctors said there has been no change in his behavior and he remains as aggressive as he was. It has been 3 years since he was brought here, but now it has been decided that he will remain in captivity all his life.
Well, all that alcohol probably did something to his little monkey brain.
Probably.
That's the thing. Alcoholism will destroy your life like that. You know, you can be sober for 20 years. You will always be in recovery.
And the thing is that he is 6 years old.
How old is that in monkey years?
I have no idea.
Damn, that's crazy.
Jam said, "I'm gonna just believe Jam and monkeys live as long as we do."
Well, like
Every single one.
chimpanzees can literally get to like 80 years old. I doubt this was a chimpanzee. A little
I'm gonna
like
guess
Indian
it's like one of those
monkey.
little macaques.
Gotta live up to like what 20, maybe.
I have no idea. Not if they're drinking the way this one is.
True.
Well, because his change in attitude happened after the guy died, so it is 100% factual information that is now the man who died, supposedly.
Enough of this monkey business.
Yeah.
I got a couple screenshots.
See, he could have been a productive member of society like the bus driver monkey, but he chose a life of alcoholism
I have a
and
really,
occultism.
I have a really cute picture of Omar's butt. If anyone's interested, hit me up.
She took that not the stereotypical, but you know that picture that girls take?
Typically, guys take it on their girl's butt, but there was that one where the girl took it on the guy's butt and his butt was hairy.
Yeah, that's really sweet.
Yeah.
I took one of those, but Omar didn't let me do full cheek.
Yeah, so I had my pants on, but that cheek meat's there.
I see you.
She said, this dude said white girl pussy have a weird smell to it. Talking about it smelled like eggs or something.
White girl pussy?
Uh-huh. I wanted to tell him it could have just been that bitch you was with, but you couldn't change his mind.
Has anyone here been with a white girl? I should say, if you guys don't know and you're listening to this podcast, we are all Hispanic. In case you couldn't tell by our accents.
No, but I've always wanted to.
Yeah, actually.
Did it smell like eggs?
I don't know what it smelled like, to be honest.
But not eggs.
I was too young. I was like 15 or 16.
He was holding his breath.
This next one says, man, I be telling dudes, send a video of you beating your shit and coming on your front camera. That shit don't ever be done properly. Like, y'all can't multitask.
Hell yeah, dude.
And honestly, truer words have never been fucking spoken.
Wait, can you say that again?
Okay.
One more time.
I just had like a really bad flashback.
She said, man, I be telling dudes, send a video of you beating your shit and coming on your front camera. That shit don't never be done properly. Like, y'all can't multitask.
Does she want to put on her 3D glasses? It's that video of like a room. They'll turn the lights off and they'll see some guy in like the back. They'll flick the lights on. There's no one there, and they'll keep doing that. And then he just like comes
I mean,
up.
I think it's
Is that
just
what she
more of
wants?
like POV, which is what I also would enjoy.
Really? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, what is the angle that people want to see? And by
Okay.
people, I mean
You're sitting on a chair or couch or whatever. You find something to prop it up in front of you so that you're seeing. At least this is for me. All right, you're seeing the tiniest bit of thigh. You're seeing beanbags and peanuts. Your
Am I
your
supposed to
legume.
sit on my beanbag, or are they supposed to hang over the chair?
What? And then chest.
Really?
Yeah.
My chest hair is very
I think he's
patchy.
playing Grand Theft Auto.
I think Mario died.
No, I'm right here.
So no face.
No face. All pecker
All pecker.
and bean.
Well, if it's in that angle, you're gonna see like a double chin. Nobody wants to see that.
And my rolls. I feel like
Rolls are fine.
I gotta stand up.
I love you just as you
Nah,
are.
dude, rolls are cute as fuck. Trust them.
I think Mario's an alpha. Because the way he talks about women makes me feel good about myself.
Here, I'm gonna get real personal right now. When Stephanie has little rolls, dude, I just want to kiss all up on them, dude.
That is so precious.
So that's the
I
shot
love
people want.
the female body.
I love Mario. God damn it, Mario.
But okay, so and she wants a direct shot. Like she wants it to
Yes,
be like
sir.
the ending of the Rugrats theme song.
Yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Oh man! But then I gotta clean that shit off, and I'm not doing that. I don't know how I feel about coming on my phone.
Y'all
but
never send PP videos before?
No,
You're both looking at me.
You're the only one here. I'm sorry, Alan. We can only look at you.
Yeah, unfortunately, somebody had asked for it. Exactly that, a video
Mm-hmm.
of me coming, and I'm like, I don't know about this dude. And it took a little while for me to actually go through with it. And she made it really clear that she wanted this not to be like I wouldn't say she was like curious. I think she legitimately wanted to see that. Like that's something that would have got her out. But then when I sent it, oh man, this is like so traumatizing. The only thing she sent was about like 8 of those skull emojis, and I'm like, ugh.
What?
What does that
But
mean?
then a
Wait,
couple.
what
Well,
the
that's
fuck
the
does
thing.
that mean?
I was like,
Movies?
yes. I guess like she didn't think I was gonna do it, but at the time I didn't think about it that way. So like 2 months later, she's like, oh, I want to see it. I'm like, hell no, dude. Like
Wait,
that
were you-
traumatized
Okay, I
me.
understand
I was like,
that
that
then.
traumatized.
Were
I'm
you
never
guys-
doing that again.
Were you guys like flirting and like sexting, I guess, before that, or out of the blue, she's like, "Hey, send
no,
this
I
video."
think the conversation it wasn't like a really intimate conversation. I think it was just more of like, "You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it." And I was like,
so she was saying pussy.
Yeah, yeah, she was egging me on. Yeah,
That's how you get dudes to do anything.
pretty much.
Honestly.
You question their masculinity, and that they'll fucking do anything.
And then they'll make you feel bad for it.
So that was really traumatizing.
Aw, I'm
yeah,
sorry,
I don't want to do. I don't ever want to do that again. Luckily,
Did you get that? Did you get that shot though?
It wasn't on the lens. It just kind of like ran down my hand and down the shaft and all that. Yeah.
But it wasn't.
Nah.
She wasn't watching Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
No.
Okay.
Because the thing is, after I go, it's always immediate regret. So it's like I don't want to throw having to clean my phone on top of that.
Yes,
You know?
exactly.
I mean, I clean my phone. I disinfect my phone every single day, but still, like
I should do that.
yeah.
But I still don't want to come on my phone.
Well, luckily we live together so that you don't have to come down to that anymore.
No, I'm gonna do it
Right,
anyway.
right.
Next time I'm gonna pull out and just come on
Just-
my phone.
I could say you can just come on her phone and then make her clean it up.
That's perfect. We'll come on your Switch. What about you, Mario? You
damn it.
ever seen that video?
No, but I mean, if someone asked for it, I would.
If anyone asks for it.
Well, I guess not anyone.
Okay, so
Oh, you know what? Maybe anyone. I'll ask Steph if it's okay, and I'll do it.
fellas, send your cum videos
No.
to the Spit Bucket Pod.
No, you don't fucking know it.
Instagram, fuck it, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, at Instagram and Twitter at really_cool.
Stop.
I'll send them, but I won't show my pee out of respect for Omar.
We gotta
Yes,
we
sir.
gotta start a Spit Bucket OnlyFans because we gotta start making some goddamn money.
All right, listen. I had the opportunity to possibly become a sugar baby, and
Uh-oh.
Omar over here made me cut all ties.
I'm not gonna be a cuck.
Jeremy, I hope you're listening.
But you won't get cucked.
Does he know about the show?
I think technically I'd be a
I
cuck
don't
doing
think
that.
Can you let him know about the show?
Well, the
Well,
thing is
so,
that
right?
Omar made me block him.
Yeah.
I still have the screenshot that you sent to the group chat. I can find them.
Tell him about the show.
All right.
Send him this timestamp.
Because it'd be nice to have a sponsor for the show for once.
Man,
true.
I was gonna treat all my boys right if he was just gonna send me a couple besitos for a couple besitos, you know?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
So Mario, you're okay with getting cucked, is what you're saying.
You wouldn't be
But
cucking
you wouldn't be getting
because
cucked.
you'd be benefiting from this.
But you're getting a cuck is also getting benefit because they want that, so it's still benefiting them.
Who's to say
Getting
he even?
cucked is somebody fucking your girlfriend, though.
Yeah,
right?
But
That's what
digitally,
cuck
he
is.
is.
Who's to say that's what he wanted and he didn't just want like a picture of?
The thing is, this was through Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Your Instagram is plastered with pictures of Omar.
Yeah.
Like, so he knew about him.
Yeah, I mean that's true. But
So if anything, maybe a dude wants to get cucked. That's why.
but then that
Maybe he just wants to see you guys fuck.
Oh, that's
No.
If anyone's interested, hit me up at.
no.
me.
Yeah, I'll throw my head in there too.
You see, Omar, we could be making some big coin,
Man,
boy.
Let's start mowing
Do you
lawns.
want me to change diapers the rest of my life?
Yes, mine.
If you're good at something, never do it for free.
Jam,
and all
what
I'm
if
saying
Omar-
is that Omar sometimes wakes up and he tells me that he's sore.
What the fuck were we talking about? No.
You
the
won't
thing
let
is,
me provide for us.
The thing is, I'm not intimidated by this man. I just don't like that he probably has more money than me. Because
Sounds like you're intimidated.
if I know anything about Jam, she's with me for my money.
Dog,
so if-
I've been with you since you were working only weekends at KFC for $8.25.
Yeah, but you were making that investment because you knew I'd be making money now.
You had a learner's permit at the time. Okay?
Yeah.
You'll ever be at a friend's house and their parents are yelling at him? I feel like that right now. Anyway, Jeremy Miller, what up, man?
That's how I
Yeah,
know
dude.
Stephanie loves me. I've been broke since the beginning of our relationship, and she's still here, even after getting a job where she makes fucking bank.
I remember when Omar, I would ask, like, why can't we hang out on weekends? And he would tell me, he's like, oh, it's because I have a job. I'm like, what? You have a job? Because, I mean, I was a freshman. And you were the first
Yeah.
person that I met that wasn't an adult.
See, it's because you saw the
Well-
money coming from back then.
And then you
Well,
told me,
Omar-
and you were embarrassed to say that you were working at KFC, but I thought that was so cool, and I still think that's really cool. And I like when
Well,
you
it's
would come
embarrassing.
visit me smelling like chicken.
It's embarrassing because
Oh, dude, I
Omar
love
was
you.
like just out of high school and working at KFC.
He was still
I
in
was-
high school.
I was a sophomore.
No, don't lie. I know you're
Or
out
was
of
it
high
Actually,
school.
No, you were a junior
I was
working
a
at
junior.
KFC.
Yeah, my ponytail behind my KFC hat.
So cute. Oh my gosh.
I went from emo heartthrob in high school to cholo looking motherfucker with dickies and a fucking ponytail at KFC on weekends.
Aw. I miss Omar. Omar used to hold my hand.
Now I just come on her phone. All right, I think that's all we got for this week on the Spit Bucket. Hopefully you guys had some fun. You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at _TigerDriver98 and find my album under the same name on Spotify.
That shit still bops.
TigerDriver98.
It bops.
Instagram and Twitter at really_cool.
Jeremy Miller.
Hit me up for any business.
Stay away
ventures.
from my girl. Alan?
You can find me on Instagram at AlanZF1.
You can find me on Instagram at Jeremy Miller.
Hey, is that you?
All right. You can find me on anything at PunkNet.
Hell yeah.
I'll sell anything.
Also, fuck cops.
Fuck cops, dude.
At the end of the day, just remember, fuck cops.
I'm trying to seduce a cop.
Why?
Get some money out of him. Hey, let me get at that
X.
pension.
Let me get those tanks that they're supplying you for free.
Hell yeah,
For free,
boy.
apparently.
All right, we'll see you guys soon at the Spit Bucket.
No spitting. There's still a pandemic.
Stay safe. We love you guys. Thanks for listening.
Wear your fucking mask, you ding dongs.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.